Let's look at a dated Morning Rush Street, a wonderful essay by Mark Thiessen over at the Washington Post. 11 senators are about to make a big mistake. There are no ethical questions hanging over Mr. Pompeo. It would also breach 2 centuries of precedent in which the committee has carefully examined the credentials and qualifications of the president's nominees. Kevin Cirilli, this essay goes back to Jesse Helms and Madeleine Albright of another time and place. And I guess it's good news with a Democrat coming over late last night. But why is this occurring? Why are we going after a guy who's squeaky clean?
Well, 2 things. First, it's because you've got Democrats now just a couple of months out from the midterms and a lot of 2020 posturing going on. But secondly, as I told you a couple of weeks ago, I believe, Mr. Pompeo is safe. I mean, Senator Heitkamp's support, she's a Democrat, a centrist Democrat who is actually up for re-election.
She's got to get reelected in Republican Dakotas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's going to be safe. What is more interesting, I think, is Gina Haspel for CIA director, who would replace, of course, Pompeo, the musical chairs at the moment, because of the well-orchestrated attack, political outside of Congress, because of her position on torture. That's where this is going to get super interesting.
I must ask you about the news last night after I saw you, which is Mr. Giuliani will wander over and get paid by the hour for Mr. Trump. What is Rudy Giuliani going to do for the President of the United States?
Well, let's get really into the zeitgeist here, because for our audience, this is super interesting. Rough week for James Comey's book tour. And in that book, he pretty much calls Rudy Giuliani a showboater, which is, some would argue, interesting word choice. So in the context of President Trump's decision to pardon Scooter Libby and now hire Rudy Giuliani, who is against James Comey, this is a big back and forth. We should note that Rudy Giuliani has a lot of foreign contacts and was rumored to be potentially an AG nominee. But joining the president's legal counsel keeps him in the fold of the White House while also not having to go through confirmation process.